All right, here we go. We got electric dryer. It's a stacked unit. I've clipped off the washer section over here. So we're just looking at the dryer schematic. This is a DOA unit. No response whatsoever. So I'm just going to walk you through what the tech did, what his troubleshooting steps were, and just pay attention to what's going on and see if there's anything that's missing. So he got there, dead unit, no lights, no operation, nothing. Washer works fine. That's important. Washer's fine, dryer's dead. So he goes to the terminal block, confirms that he's got a good L1, L2 neutral, all good at the terminal block. Then he goes over to the board and he starts checking things like, is there the power supply to the UI from the control board? He doesn't find anything, it's dead. He starts checking the different temperature controls. He disassembled the unit and started checking temperature controls. They all checked out good, so he was kind of left stumped. What did I miss? He's got good power at the terminal block, but there's nothing coming out from the board. What's the missing step here? Where did he go wrong in his troubleshooting?
He did
So
not check to make sure there was 120 volts from L2 to neutral.
He did check. He did at the terminal block. He checked. He did his due diligence. He checked
so he only
from
checked
L1 to
voltage at the
L2.
terminal block, Sam?
Yep, just at the terminal block.
Okay. Does that tell anybody anything?
Yeah, it's probably need to make sure we're getting power actually at the board.
Correct.
There you
Yes.
go.
So you've got your connector right here at the board where you can check for your power. You've got L1 and neutral that come right in there. And what did end up being the case here, as he later discovered, was that there is a wire harness here. That's just to show you where it's located. But then there's a closer picture here. It's under a lot of tension. Here's where it plugs right into the board there. And it's a little fuzzy, but this metal had actually cut into the wire insulation a bit,
Nice.
and it had arced to the case and broken your L1 supply to the board.
Yeah.
So this is exactly the kind of thing this is exactly why you don't just check at the terminal block and then assume everything's good after that. You actually check the power supply at the component that the power is supposed to get to.
And in this
the
case,
board.
just opening things up to check the power supply at the board, you would have seen the
You would
schmutz there on
immediately
the
see,
metal.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's just cheap construction. Having a bare sheet metal edge against wires. I mean, who does
And against
that?
wires that are pulled too tight against it.
Yeah, who
So
does
short
that?
wire harness.
Whirlpool.
Yeah.
Poor guy disassembled the dryer, took everything apart. Just
Yeah.
to
I
get to
know.
that.
He said he checked all the thermal controls.
Yeah.
The moral of the story here is adhering to a structured troubleshooting discipline, you will catch stuff like this. Just knowing in your mind that, okay, I need to check for power supply going right at the board. And in the course of executing that troubleshooting step, you would have stumbled on this and it would have slapped you right in the face.
Yep.
And that would have been a nice one. You'd be like, oh, nice, easy diagnosis.
Yeah.
No power at the
Yeah,
board.
yeah.
Boom.
If you knew to take down that middle panel, and this guy didn't do that, he instead took apart the whole dryer. So that's an example of not working smarter.
So
Sometimes that's how you learn that you need to improve your troubleshooting approach. Is you need to sometimes feel the pain of that, and then you're like, man, I think next time I'm gonna think it through a little more thoroughly.
Just
and
have a
get better.
troubleshooting. Yeah, have a troubleshooting system and stick with it. You know, the system works if you work it.
Mm-hmm.
And that system for a dead unit is you follow the power supply in. You make sure it's getting to the machine in the first place, but then you make sure it's actually getting to the first place it needs to be, which is the control.
Otherwise, you're left assuming that the voltage supply is reaching the board, and you can't troubleshoot based on assumptions. You got to have facts. Got to have data that you get with your meter or eyeballs in this case.
Yep.